Hello, I am your new favorite, JJ Caballero, and this is MonoStereoVideo, a podcast about movie music. I'm a songwriter, producer, DJ, and I love movies, and this is the perfect excuse to talk about music and movies. Usually, I talk about this stuff with my partner, the lovely Goins, Casey Goins. She couldn't be here today. She is currently at day job. She is working right now because she's an amazing hairstylist and salon owner, and she runs that shit. So she has to keep on top of it, and she knows I'm here running, holding down the fort. So that's all cool. I am very glad for that. Welcome back to the podcast. Thank you all very much for listening to the Uncut Gems episode. We are pretty stoked to do that episode. We are pretty excited to cover that movie because it's a very good movie. And I had been wanting to watch it again. I hadn't watched it until the first time I ever saw it. It was when it came out. We saw it in the theater, and I was super stoked to watch it again. So currently, we are talking about the Safdie brothers movies that are associated with any sort of One Oh Tricks Point Never soundtrack. And we are currently rewatching The Curse. So today's episode is a Monster of the Week episode of MonoStereoVideo. These Monster of the Week episodes, they're kind of catch-up episodes. They are corrections episodes. I don't know if I'm going to have a correction today, but they're anything that we could talk about, like, around what we're doing, news, music news. I've got a little bit of a reaction today, some reactions to some trailers that have come out in the past few days, which I'm pretty stoked about, which I'm very excited about. And I've got some music news to talk through. I also just wanted to catch up with everybody and just tell you guys, like, June was really busy, and we are now in July. It's our 4th of July extravaganza. 4th of July. Happy 4th of July. Our 4th of July extravaganza. Whatever. That's fine. Yeah, today's the 4th when you're listening to this, or if you're listening to this today on the 4th, this is the 4th. If you're listening to it on the 5th, which would make more sense because you probably have a bunch of stuff going on the day before. I don't know. Whatever for this episode. I don't know if I'm going to title it 4th of July anything. I'm not feeling very patriotic this year. I don't know if I've ever felt very patriotic any year. Especially this year, though. When your country is just complicit in genocide, it makes you rethink a lot of things about what your country is doing. And they're just vehemently just supporting genociding Palestinian people. And we here at MonoStereoVideo don't stand for that. Big leftists here. With this whole right movement, this country's always been center-right, But other countries moving more towards authoritarian means. France, Macron did some sort of, I don't know what he did. He launched an early kind of election, and that was kind of whack because now the right wing is like gaining on him. I don't know, man. It's wild out there. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on in the world. But we're here to talk music and movies with a little bit of this leftist agitprop sprinkled in there. I'm not gonna lie, there's been a lot going on in the news. The Supreme Court is totally fucking us. They very much are. They've done a lot. Essentially, we have a king. The president now has no real actual laws tying him down to from doing whatever he wants while he's in office, as long as it's a quote unquote official act. So there's that. The Supreme Court's also criminalizing being homeless. Being unhoused. Sorry, excuse. I'm very much relearning. We try not to police people on their speech here. We're very much trying not to. But I understand that people are working on using the term unhoused people now. So I will continue that moving forward. I'll try my best. Forgive me if I still use homeless. It's just been so much as a part of the zeitgeist for so long, man. Like it's hard. It's hard. I'm not gonna lie, but I'll make a conscious effort. Either way, that's basically illegal. Like in certain states, they're making it illegal. I don't know, man. There's just like there's a lot. There's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot going on in music right now. There's a lot going on. There's been a lot going on in our life. Like June was just a wild month for Casey and me, and I've got a lot of family that we had to hang out with, which we love. We miss them. We love them. We love hanging out with them. But there was a lot of birthdays that we had to hang out at. A lot of like just talking. Little Father's Day was up here. There was Fourth of July is happening today. And while we're talking about this, we're still hanging out with family, doing more stuff. Day job got super busy, and this has been a very tiring month. June has. We are very happy to have released the episodes that we released during that month. The Uncut Gems episode was awesome. It's been having a great feedback. Thank you guys for listening to that. Share that if you know people that love that movie and love that soundtrack and want to talk about that more. The Good Time episode, it's picking up steam a little bit because people are slow to come up to that. Like that movie, I don't think as many people watched as did Uncut Gems. So there's that. But thank you very much for that. Thank you very much for your continued listenership, all of our international listeners, as well as all of our local listeners and our US listeners. I'm very grateful to you. I'm very thankful to you. I don't know how a lot of you find us, but I'm very glad that you guys do. And I'm very glad that a chunk of you guys stick around and check out the other episodes. And I'm very happy that this is like, it's seeming to track with people. It seems as though we are finding people that like this stuff also. And I always felt it was an extra nerdy thing I did to identify songs from soundtracks and what soundtracks they were in and correlate things like that and buy soundtracks and just I had this since I watched so many movies and I love music videos. It's just been such a thing about growing up. There was like always a music video associated with a movie that I was really into. And that like, I bought a lot of soundtracks when I was growing up. That's kind of like what started a lot of this. It was just me kind of thinking about that because I would hear stuff that people would talk about movies and, oh man, that soundtrack was the shit. I remember this band was on there, and it was just like I felt more people knew this stuff, but it turns out that not it's a certain subset of people that know about this type of thing and that want to discuss this type of thing. And there's not many Reddit groups, I guess. You'd think there'd be a lot more, but I guess there's not. But I'm just very happy that you all are listening and that you all are here joining in on the conversation. We're very grateful for that. We've got a lot of cool movies coming up. We're loosening the guidelines on like how we decide what we're covering, just to make it a little more fun. It seemed after Trent and Atticus, things got to be a little bit more worky. And we're very much trying not to make it worky. We've got work, like we've got things that are going on. I got day job, but aside from day job, I've got a single coming out next week. I'm not one to share pre-saves and do things, but I am talking about it. I am sharing it with a few people, talking about it here. So July 10th, look out for my single Ultraviolet Gold. I am pretty stoked about it. I will be posting about it this next week and such. Be on the lookout for that. As well, I'm working on a music video for it right now. I'm working on marketing stuff for it. And I've got tracks after I've got a whole EP worked out, and I've just been working on that. That's been a lot of work. That has been a lot of staring at the computer screen, computer screen already staring time. And then there's a lot of, I've been staring at the screen a lot. And it's a lot. it can be a lot. It can be a lot for a lot of reasons. I'm very grateful to you for being into the things that we're doing over here from Casa Caballero. Uh, that being said, let's get into the show a little bit. I wanted to go through some music news. I'm gonna share my screen here, see if I could. Let's see, let me see this. I think that works a little bit better. Let's see, boom, boom, share sound. Uh-huh. All right, sharing this screen. All right, here I am. Sharing this screen right here. Okay, let's get into this stuff. I've got some music news for you. Young Thug trial paused indefinitely due to alleged misconduct. Due to alleged misconduct. I mean, my internet's going a little slow, guys. Sorry about that. Misconduct by judge. Wow. The Fulton County Superior Court judge is accused of having a secret meeting with prosecutors and a key witness. Oh, crap. Whoa. So the racketeering and gang conspiracy trial against Young Thug and 5 associates in Atlanta, Georgia, already the longest criminal trial in Georgia history in 18 months, with more days to follow, has been paused indefinitely due to the alleged misconduct by Fulton County Superior Court Judge Earl Glanville. Wow. Glanville announced that the case would not proceed until another judge decides whether he should recuse himself from overseeing the trial. This follows accusations from defense attorneys claiming that Judge Glanville held a secret meeting with prosecutors and key witness Kenneth Copeland to pressure him to testify, which attorneys argue was improper and unconstitutional. Completely improper, unconstitutional. Makes no sense why that all happened. I don't get that. That's wild. That is wild to me. I mean, why don't so the trial is on pause. What's happening to Young Thug? Is that fool still in jail right now? Yeah, he totally is. He's still being held, and that I guess they have to find somebody to replace the judge in this trial. This is such bullshit. Like, this is that trial where they're using his words against him, and this is dangerous precedent to set. You know, we're like everything that's happening it's been a crazy trial. There's just been so many ups and downs. I think Gunna was originally taken in, and I think Gunna's out. But but Thug, this is wild, man. I'll include a link to what's like. I've seen some videos explaining the whole trial thing. I'll include the links I'll include the link in the description so that you could see what's been happening this whole time. It's a wild one. This is totally a wild one. That's very disheartening. It's another example of miscarriages of justice against, just against just he's not. I mean, he's kind of the working class. He's fucking rich. He's fucking rich just because he's fucking black and he's associated with a crew. And it's, oh man, this is disgusting. These are the types of things that are disgusting to me as a musician, as an artist. As an artist in a country where you're taught, freedom of speech, this is very valuable, and you use that as it's part of who you are. When you're an artist, you can't really deny what you do. You can't really deny what's coming out of you because you feel it deeply and you have to express it. And, I get you. I get people saying, oh, it's rap, it's blah, blah, but that's his poetry, that's his art, that's his way of expressing himself. And for the fact that stuff is being admitted into a courtroom and just all this shenanigans with this judge and this, that's very disheartening. I am hoping that everything plays out well for Young Thug. Hoping everything plays out well. Donald Glover unveils the trailer for his new movie Bando, Stone, and the New World. Let's see. He's got a new Childish Gambino song, Lithonia, that plays over the clip. Let's see. Bando, Stone. You know what? Let's just. I think I put it on here so that I could react to this. So let me just react to this a little bit while I set this up. A reminder, www.jjcaballero.com. You could follow us at _ JJCABALLERO. You can also follow us at MonoStereoVideo on all the social medias. Let's see it.
Hello?
I like Donald. I wasn't a fan of Childish Gambino until when he got popular.
Mail.
Super popular.
Don't move. Who are you?
It's me, Bando Stone, the singer. Starlight, let's make it happen, party monkey. It's not truth or dare, you can party everywhere. Let your party
He's in a
monkey. All right, you don't know who I am. That's
in an
fine.
empty convenience store.
You're gonna need help.
Some girl pulled up.
We have to get to the other side of the island.
Looks like nobody's here on this island.
Why not at night?
Because that's when everything comes out.
Oh, what's going on here? Is this sci-fi?
Creepy, but that's fine.
Oh shit!
Can you shoot?
What?
Can you hunt?
No.
Do you know how to fish?
No.
Do you know how to set a trap?
I can sing.
You're useless.
What are you when the world ends? It said.
Move!
Wow, that's pretty sick.
We gotta go!
Oh shit!
I'm fine.
He just threw up after coming out of a waterfall lake. Bando Stone. That's what I thought. Oh, it's directed by him, and then also like some Hiro Murai stuff. Hiro Murai. We will be watching music videos by Hiro Murai soon. We will be watching music videos by Gaspar Noé, but Childish Gambino stuff always has a significant look because of Hiro Murai. Hiro Murai, he's I believe like one of the directors also on what's that show, Atlanta? That fucking show rocks. If you've never seen Atlanta, check out Atlanta. Atlanta's an amazing show, very Lynchian. We actually have a whole season that we didn't watch. Actually, Casey and I need to get on that soon. Maybe we'll probably watch it after we finish The Curse. So yeah, currently watching The Curse, and we'll have an episode. We're gonna have an episode on The Curse next week. We're pretty stoked on that because that show made a big impact on us. And then the soundtrack by Childish Gambino. I'm pretty down with this. This seems like it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun one. I'm stoked for this. I'm excited about it. I love the cinematography that I believe Gambino's whole like crew is called the Royalty, the Royalty, a band that with friends of mine, but Royalty. It's called Royalty, and they're a whole like creative collective. Of course, like creative directors, other musicians. That dude. Oh my gosh. I forgot his name. I'll look up his music, but I hope your flowers can bloom. I hope your flowers can bloom. That dude's. I think he was also associated with Carrie Foe. But anyway, they have a whole collective, very creative people that they're behind the whole resurgence of like Childish Gambino, and I think they've just been with him since the beginning because everything seems to be everything that he does is very cohesive. It's got a cohesive look to it. He's got a certain tone to what he does, where it's funny, serious. He's got some humor to him, but he's talking real, and it's very slick, very beautiful stuff. Hiro Murai is an amazing part of his camp, and I am stoked to talk about his music videos. I'm very excited to talk about those because he did some really cool ones. He's done some really cool music videos. Next, I wanted to talk about this Crow remake. The Crow remake is a scrappy indie movie with the graphic novels Darkness and Violence. Oh, the previous articles I read were from Pitchfork. This one is from Empire by Jordan King. So James O'Barr's. So we talked The Crow on this podcast. We talked The Crow. I talked The Crow with one of my best friends, actually Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy and me talked The Crow. Jimmy Electric from the Dead Electrics. He's also an amazing graphic artist, and he's doing really cool stuff right now. He's traveling the world right now. It's wild. He's traveling. It's so cool. It's so cool to see what he's doing and how him and his wife are having the time of their lives right now. But I actually shared this with him. The Crow's getting a remake. It's, we love the soundtrack. We love the original movie. I love I'm so fascinated by the sequels. They're wild. The sequels are wild. The people that they chose to be the Crow on the sequels it's wild. It's insane. The people that they chose to be the Crow. Either way, getting a facelift. We've got Eric Draven played by, what's his name? Bill Skarsgård, and FKA Twigs is playing his love interest, which is pretty cool. The trailer, we'll get to the trailer in just a bit, actually. I'm gonna let myself watch it. I was gonna kind of try to hold off on it, but I think I already kind of accidentally saw it, so might as well just watch it on stream or on recording. The stills are cool. The overall look and the overall vibe to what they're bringing to this whole grittiness, it's an updated version, right? You can't really in this day and age where it's either with superhero movies, you either go to Marvel, over the topness, funniness, irreverence, whatever. You either go to, I don't know what DC's doing right now, but you can also go to Christopher Nolan land, where they try to make it this is the real stuff, the real story of what happened. But The Crow was already always kind of like that. The Crow was already kind of grounded. It was more grounded than a lot of it was pretty pivotal a moment, especially in a world where it was post Batman, things like that. It was a very grounded story, grounded movie. Story is a little out there, but it was also dark. Alex Proyas built this world around it that was somewhat. I could see the comic bookiness was all there. So I don't know, man. I'm stoked to see it. I will see it. I am not holding my breath because I do know how this remake work goes. I know how this remake thing happens. So just for argument's sake, though, let's check out this trailer on the podcast. You're going to hear sound.
What's the worst thing you've ever done?
I saw things.
It starts off.
What's the first thing you liked about me?
Okay, so Bill
I
and
thought that you were
Twigs.
quite brilliantly broken.
Seems like they met in prison or something.
You feel like my person.
You feel like my person.
What's the worst thing you've ever...
Twigs, amazing. Bill Skarsgård, amazing. They already look very hot. They're looking very hot right now. They're in a
Saw
tub.
things. I shouldn't have seen any of it.
Oh, that's see. There's a little bit more mystical elements in this. Oh, and it's already showing them getting killed.
Please don't do this!
It's a little more gruesome. It's a little more gruesome. This is that Post Malone Ozzy song, I think.
A crow
Take
carries
what
their
you
soul
want from
to the land
me.
of the dead. And sometimes something so bad happens
So I
that
think
the
they're
soul cannot rest.
wow. It seems as though they're adapting some of the elements that they're adapting some of the elements from the comic that they filmed originally, but Brandon Lee died, and there was elements that were not used in the film after all because of like reshoots and things that they had to do.
Until you put the wrong things right.
Like he looks cool. It looks gory. I'm fucking cool with that. Gory.
But you're running out of time to save her.
The graphics seem cooler.
I'm gonna kill them. Every single one of them. And killed you.
Yeah, you did.
We have a problem. He came for us.
First impulse. Anger.
Okay, I think I'm done with that. Because I've seen it before and I don't want to keep going on it because you guys can't watch it. You guys can't see this. Oh my gosh, the Nosferatu one was out there too. That looks awesome. Nosferatu looks amazing. The Crow remake, you know, it's had its sequels. It's had its trouble. Some of the sequels are insanely... One of the sequels, at least, is fucking horrible. The Edward Furlong one, it's alright. I mean, it's not the best, but it's cool because it's him playing the Crow. Like, that's cool. But let's see how this goes. This makes me actually want to pick up the graphic novel, the James O'Barr book, and see what else is out there from that, and see, you know, where they drew the comparisons and where they, you know, whatever they did to keep the spirit of the Crow alive. Right? That's fine. To keep the spirit of the Crow alive. How funny. But let's see how this goes. Let's see how the Crow goes. Let's see what's up with the soundtrack when that's released. Long Legs it's coming up. That's a film that it's coming out next week, and I'm very excited to watch that. Very excited to watch Long Legs. We're also, let's see, what else did we watch recently? I don't know. We watched this Hulu documentary, Perfect Wife, which was wild. This lady actually, I mean, it's a spoiler, but she totally gone girled herself, so that was wild. Yeah. You know, I wanted to try, at the end of this, to read you a few reactions from Uncut Gems that I thought were particularly notable. This one gave it 5.5 stars. So this is a review on Netflix about Uncut Gems. This one said, this movie starts us right off with a psychedelic colonoscopy to signify how clenched our asses will be for the next 2 hours and 15 minutes. And I call this, and I cannot stress this enough, poetic cinema. All right. This next one, it's Uncut Gems is the movie that Jews were promised in the Torah. Uncut Gems is gonna be the theme of my son's bar mitzvah. This is awesome. 4 stars by James. The best live-action Shark Tale remake I could ask for? What? Okay. That's a weird one. Making a period piece set in 2012 and 2019 is the funniest possible move. We gotta stop Coney. Coney 2012. Coney 2012. Anybody remember Coney 2012? My mentor had a Coney 2012 shirt that was fucking hilarious. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people just kind of, a lot of people are just commenting on Julia Fox's nalgas. They're just totally commenting on that. I might not do that segment anymore. I might just just omit that segment from what we're doing from now on. Either way, we've come to the end of the episode, this Monster of the Week. I did what I wanted to do. I talked a little music news. I gave you all a bit of an update. Check out our Ko-Fi page, ko-fi.com/MonoStereoVideo. I'm doing music video reactions. I'm posting some snippets on YouTube. I post the full thing on that page. And that stuff's free, but you could check out. There's ways to donate to the show if you are down to do that, if you're able to. And we'd be very grateful for you to do that. We're recording other stuff that we're going to put up there behind a paywall. And if you guys are into it, cool. If you guys are into it, if you guys aren't into it, that's totally cool too. No worries on that. We're not holding you to it because we're going to still do this show and it's still going to be a fun time. But thank you very much for popping in. You could find us at MonoStereoVideo on Instagram, at _JJCABALLERO on that and all the other social medias, www.jjcaballero.com. Thank you very much and we'll listen to you later.